okay, let's go over my new diet and training. So, well, not new diet. I'm basically going to be doing the same thing. I'll just be making adjustments as I go along. So, um, I'll just pop my meals up over here. You've basically heard me ramble on about my meals for the last couple months, so I don't really think I have to go into too much detail. The only thing that's really changed is I'm eating 5 meals. A couple months ago, I was only eating 4, and I've got the new dextrose and orange juice and salt protocol in there for after a workout, so that I can replenish my glycogen stores a lot faster than I was before. Okay. Got my cupboards open. All my cupboards are always open, and if you watch some of my videos, then you'll know my cupboards are always open. Yeah, nobody ever closes anything, including me. So, yeah, so that'll be my diet for the next 4 weeks, and hopefully it'll be at maintenance, and then we'll pop my maintenance calories up. I don't really think I have to change very much right now. Yeah, so that's that. So here are all my new measurements and stuff from the other day that I did. I'll have my first measurements that I did back about a month ago, and then it's got my new measurements that I did about a week ago. And then after this, I'll pop up some pictures of me, and that way you can see kind of what I look like. I'll just do them in the mirror in the bathroom. That way you can see what I look like before I start this, and then you'll be able to see what I look like after. Hopefully there's a bit of a change. I've taken this week to kind of just prime myself and get back into the gym and just kind of figure out which weights I'm going to use and how much weight I'm going to use and all that other fun stuff. So yeah, that's what I've done this week, and next week will be an intense 4 weeks, so I can try and change a little bit and see what I can do. All right, so I'm an idiot and I'm gonna have to throw in clips here and there. I'm gonna be using DTP training, which is the dramatic transformation principle, which is supposed to help you recomp really well. It's supposed to help you lose a little bit of body fat while also building some new muscles. So we'll see how that works. It's supposed to get you a little bit more mutated and looking a little bit more sexy as fuck. Well, I'm probably lost there, but it's supposed to get you looking a little bit more like a mutant. So yeah, so DTP training, and I'll throw a little explanation of it up here. I'm an idiot and I forget to say stuff, so I'm gonna have to throw in clips here and there. Alrighty, thank you. Alright, so I just started jotting stuff down, so I don't have to bounce back and forth between pausing the video and unpausing the video too much. So my workout should probably take about an hour, sorry, 45 minutes to an hour. There we go. And day one will be a high wide leg press. I was going to do squats, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get into a squat machine or a squat rack for long enough without people just glaring and staring and pouting standing beside me, and that just kind of drives me crazy. So, and they've got 3 leg presses, so I'm going to do a high wide leg press, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, and we'll just pop my workouts up over here so that everybody can see them. So I'm going to be going nice deep and getting a good stretch, and then the next one will be a low and narrow stance, and it will be 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, and I'm just going to kind of go nice and slow and get that burn, get a good stretch in. After that will be a leg extension. It will be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. The leg extension, I'll make sure I get a nice good lockout, and when I come down that I get a nice good stretch in, so that I can get those. I need those legs to grow, so we're gonna do that. And then after that will be a leg curl, and I'll make sure that like when I curl up my legs, it'll be like a bicep curl where I squeeze really good at the top, and then when I come down, I'm gonna make sure I can extend as far as I can. I have to be careful though, because of my knees, that I don't hurt anything over the next 4 weeks, because that would suck. That'll just put me back in progress, and I don't really want that. So yeah, so legs might take a little bit more than an hour some days. It'll depend how winded I am. That's why I took all this week to kind of catch up. That way I'm not dying. I'll still be dying, but not dying too much. So yeah, that'll be legs, and that'll be day 1. All right, day number 2 is going to be shoulders and calves. Pop that up here. The first one will be a dumbbell shoulder press. dumbbell shoulder press, so I can get a good range of motion and come, because if I have the barbell I can just come here, but if I have the dumbbells I can come out a little bit further and get a good stretch and stretch out my chest a little bit because I'm a little bit internally rotated, and that way I can push even too, because one shoulder is a little bit more messed up than the other one, and I want to make sure I'm getting a good push on each side. The next will be a standing calf raise. So I'm hopefully can get into the black card room and use the standing calf raise machine. If not, then I'm just gonna use the Smith machine. And for each one of those will be 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 with a nice good stretch and a full lockout for shoulders and a nice good stretch and full up and squeeze for my calves. My next one will be a side lateral raise because I want to kind of cap my shoulders a little bit more. And I'm hoping with the dumbbells I'll get a little bit of rear delt when I do my press. So my side raises will be nice and slow, and I'll make sure I lead with my elbow. That way I'm getting that nice cap form. And it'll be a seated calf raise. I was going to do donkeys, but I've done a lot of donkey calf raises over the last little bit. So I want to switch it up and get something in that's a little bit better for me now that I can actually use the machine. And each one of those will be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Shoulders will be, like I said, nice lead with the elbows, and calves will be a nice good stretch at the bottom, like a deep stretch, and a good lockout at the top where I just squeeze really freaking hard. Alright, so for day number 3, we'll pop that up here, right beside where I'm going to wash these dishes in a little bit. So actually I'm not going to wash them, I'm going to put them in the dishwasher, but yeah, the dishwasher's full right now going, so that's just kind of hanging out. I want to get some pots and pans done. Day 3 will be back and chest. It will be a lat pull down and a barbell bench, so like a regular bench. My lat pull down will be nice and slow, a nice good stretch at the top and a nice good squeeze, and I'm going to try to get the bar down on my chest if my shoulder will let me, if it's not too sore. And barbell bench won't be too heavy. I can't go too heavy on it, unfortunately. My shoulder will not let me, but I'm going to go as heavy as I can, and I'm going to get a nice good lockout at the top, and I'm going to make sure that I'm pulling down with my elbows. Instead of just letting it drop, I'm going to make sure I'm pulling down really good to kind of activate my lower chest, because I got a little bit of man boob going on. I've kind of just had that since I was smaller. And the reps will be 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. And then my next exercises will be machine row if I can get on a machine row, or I'll have to use like the cable machine, whatever one I can use, or whatever one I can get to. And then a cable fly if I can get to the cable machine. If not, then I'm going to do dumbbells, because sometimes it's hard to get the machine because there's one person using it or 2 people using it, one on each side. So that for the machine row, I'm going to make sure I'm pulling really good and trying to touch my elbows together, like you used to try to get girls to do in high school, to get their elbows to touch together. And then I'm going to do a cable fly where I get a nice good stretch in, and then I come forward and I'm going to make sure that I'm hooking my arms like I'm hugging a tree instead of coming straight like this. I make sure that I'm hooking my arms like I'm hugging a tree, like Seth Rossi says to do. So yeah, that'll be that, and that'll be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and that should take care of that. Alright, so day number 4 is arm day. So I'm going to be doing a barbell curl. And when I come up with my barbell curl, I'm going to make sure I'm squeezing really, really good at the top, and then coming down and trying to get a full extension. Unless my elbow's irritated or bugging me, then I'm come down until it starts bugging me, and then I'll come back up and get a nice slow squeeze. I'm going to use nice slow repetitions. After that is a skull crusher with a barbell. I'll probably use the easy curl bar for the barbell, just so I can get a better hand placement wherever I need it to feel a good squeeze. So I'll be coming down to either my skull or a little bit behind, and then coming out with a good stretch. And that way I can tear the shit out of my triceps and get them nice and swole. After that will be a rope, and the reps for those, sorry, I'm an idiot. The reps for that first set will be, for the first 2 exercises will be 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. And then I'll move on after do those 2 exercises to a rope hammer and a rope push down if I can get into the machine, because sometimes there's people in the machines and I don't feel like standing around waiting and losing my pump and just kind of walking around waiting for people to finish. So if I can't get the ropes, I'm actually just going to do a regular hammer with dumbbells, and then they have a machine there that is tricep push down machine. I'll use that, and I'll just make sure with the hammer curls, I'm squeezing really hard with my forearms and coming up and squeezing really hard at the top. That way I can get my forearms to grow. And with the push down machine, I'll make sure I'm getting a good lockout and coming up and squeezing really good at the top so I can stretch out my triceps and get good tear in there. And the reps for those will be 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. And that should take care of arms for the day. All right, so let's talk feeder sets. So for feeder sets, I'm just gonna grab, I have 2 of them. Where's the other one? Where I'm just gonna take dumbbells. I'll walk way back here to show you. And we're just gonna do wrist curls. So that'll be 1, that'll be 2, and I'll do 100 of those, and then we'll do wrist twists. So 1, 2, 3. Well, I'll try not to move my, yeah, that's not gonna happen. I was gonna try not to move my elbows as much, but that's probably not gonna happen, just so I can get that good squeeze. So I'll be doing 1 set of 100 of the curls and 1 set of 100 of the twists. If they're going by really fast when I do them, so if I don't feel them as well throughout the month, I'm probably gonna change that to do 100 curls, 100 twists, and then another 100 curls and another 100 twists, and make it a couple hundred instead of just doing 100, because it goes by really fast and they're super easy to do. Yeah, so that'll be it, and I'll just kind of pop that up here for now. And so you kind of know what I'm doing for feeder sets, so I can continue doing those throughout the month. All right, so for my, I guess, cardio, we'll air quote that because it's kind of cardio. I will be doing 10-minute walks, so I'm gonna do 2 to 3 every day. I like to do 3, but sometimes it doesn't work out to be 3 because I'm in a rush in the morning. So I'm hoping to get, and sometimes I can get them in at work and sometimes I can't. So I'm gonna be aiming for 3, but a minimum of 2. That way, for at least 2 meals that I'm helping shuttle the nutrients around the body instead of sitting in my gut. It'll help me digest my food. It'll help me so I can eat more, and it'll help with insulin sensitivity, and it'll help me so I can do this. Oh, Coda, look at, I got chest. I mean, Coda's over here. You try to shoot a serious video in this house, it doesn't fucking turn out serious. Look at, if I back up too, I can do this a little bit. So yeah, so that's what I'll be doing for cardio. You're supposed to do like, start off with like half an hour and work your way up to like an hour and a half during his training programs, but I won't be doing that because Chris Gethin.
I don't know who that is.
We have his book. Remember the blue book I have? I think Ro has it.
God.
That guy.
No.
I've got like one of his original books. That's how long I've been following him for. Well, I can't remember what it's called. Body by Design. I've got a Chris Gethin Body by Design book, one of like the OG original books, man. I should take a picture of it someday, tag him in it, and be like, look what I still got, because probably not too many people have that book anymore. It was a gift from bodybuilding.com back in
2008.
When were you born?
2008.
From like 2009 or 10 then. Yeah, so the book's from like 2009 or 10. I've been lifting for a long time. It's just, like in one of my previous videos I explained, the last 6 years haven't quite gone as planned.
No.
Right? Raising kids by yourself, sometimes you don't get done what you want. So yeah, so 10-minute walks instead of the cardio, and 2 to 3. That way I'm not trying to stress myself. I don't like doing it right before bed. I don't want to be stressing myself out trying to...
Before bed, you already don't sleep.
Yeah, I'll just wake myself up. I don't want to be stressing myself out trying to get in 3 if I can't. So 2 to 3. That'll be cardio.
Make it easy.
So that is everything for now. That's all my diet, all my training. I'll be following the vertical diet still. I'll be doing the 10-minute walks. I'll be doing the vertical meals. I'll be trying to eat less Monster Mash because that's just full of a lot of fat. And I'll be doing my feeder sets. I will also be doing the DTP training, the dramatic transformation principle. And yeah, hopefully the next 4 weeks goes good and I can change my appearance a little bit. I'm going to be pushing super fucking hard now that the gym's open. I've been pushing super hard, but it's time to take it up another notch and push even harder so that way we can make a good drastic change. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, thank you very much for watching. All right, peace.